Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. And today we are going to build a little romantic garden micro house. It's a series that I've been doing a couple of years already, I guess, on my channel, and it's little houses that are really tiny and compact, but your Sims can live in there. So there's a bed, there's a toilet, a shower, and some place to eat. And we are going to use this as also a little review video and building tutorial maybe for the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack. So the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack is a, like it's already in the title, a stuff pack. So it's one of the smaller packs that you get. And this is a little list of all the objects and create a sim objects that you get with this pack. The stuff packs usually come with 1 or 2, maybe even 3 or 4, I don't know, but usually it's 1 or 2 gameplay advancing objects. In this case it's the wishing well and a new type of fountain. So those two things are something that gives you more gameplay or a new kind of gameplay for the Sims 4 game. The wishing well is pretty simple. It's a well. Your Sims can toss coins in there with the right amount, and then they can wish for stuff, maybe money, better grades at school, maybe a promotion at the job, and even ghosts can wish for their life back. So you can bring back ghost Sims to be alive again, which is also pretty cool and maybe be interesting for some in gameplay. I don't know, I've never used it, to be honest. I only used it for job promotions and it works really well. I will use all the objects that come with this pack in this build. And I also want to show you what you can build with these objects. You know guys, I'm much more of a Sims 4 builder, and therefore I will only review this in my building experience and point of view. So I personally think the Romantic Garden Stuff Pack is pretty neat if you like to build something that has more of a classical look or a more darker Victorian Gothic look, maybe even. I will show you what I mean with the dark Gothic look at the end of this video, so stay tuned till the end if you're more into this. But here I'm going to build something that looks more of a, I would say, a little temple or garden house that could be maybe a part of a huge castle park area, or maybe just a really fancy pavilion in your garden. And I will build this as if an artist is living there. So maybe there's like an artist living on the castle grounds or something, and they moved into this little pavilion gazebo thing. I actually don't know how to call it. I first wanted to do it as a little temple. But yeah, it's fully functioning. I've of course tested it as all micro homes that I do. And yeah, your little Sim can live there. It looks really whimsical, more fairy tale-like, or with lots and lots of these flowers that come with the Romantic Stuff Pack. Usually the stuff packs are not so necessary in my opinion. You only have to get them. I don't know how to explain this, but you don't need them necessarily to play the game. It only gives you more objects for create a sim or build mode. And this is why I only recommend those packs if you are really into the theme. So the theme in Romantic Garden Stuff is already in the title. It's kind of whimsical fairy tale romantic stuff. In my opinion, it's more in the classical way, so you can use these for maybe Roman ruins or just, you know, to make your garden a little bit more fancy. So there's a couple of new flowers that you get and bushes and also flower pots. The main objects that I like the most are a little arch with flowers on it that I also use here in the entrance, for example, and on the back. And it's like a half dome, I guess. Looks like a vertically cut down gazebo or some sorts made out of stone. And these are really cool if you want to make domes on top of maybe buildings or something, which I did here too. So these two things are pretty cool. I use them frequently in my more posh and very lavish Victorian or classical houses. And this is why I kinda liked the stuff pack myself, because this is something, or these are objects that we didn't have before. And I always think they look really great, are very detailed again. So this is also something that I like about stuff packs. Usually you get very detailed objects that I personally really like, and I can really see that the textures and, you know, the ideas and layouts thinking the developers put in there, you can really see that here more than, of course, just in the base game. I think the base game objects aren't that developed in my opinion. So the stuff packs are pretty cool if you are into design or architecture in general, or just, you know, want to step up the building game. Then stuff packs of course are cool, but I would highly recommend only to get, of course, those if you are interested in the style and the theme that they come with. So personally I have to say that Romantic Garden Stuff is not one of the worst stuff packs for a builder. I really enjoyed all the new flowers that we get. We even have this nice overhanging wall decor. It's like a overhanging flowers or kind of ivy thing that I will also place all around the house on the roof, so it looks a little bit more overgrown. This is something that I also really like, for example. The flowers, and yeah, do we need more flowers? I don't know. In my opinion, you already had great flowers in the game. But I have to say that the color theme in the Romantic Garden stuff pack is very fairy tale-like and brings lots of new colors. There are even color swatches that are ridiculously colorful. So you can even have like pink leaves with, I don't know, bluish flower buds on it, or even purple. They are really funky, I would say, looking color swatches for this. But the best thing is so that there is a dark color swatch with every kind of object that you get here. And this is what I'm going to do at the end of the video. So I will show you how this looks more in a fairy tale world, maybe like a Roman temple that has been overgrown, or maybe on an English castle park, because yeah, maybe they turned it into a little home for somebody. And then I will just change, I will keep everything like it is, and then I will just change the colors from each and every object into the dark form, because I'm more of a horror fan, guys. You know that maybe if you're already longer subscribed to my channel, that I love horror builds and I love horror movies and all that stuff. So I sometimes kind of love to do darker builds, and this is why the stuff pack is for me also maybe a cheaper version for the Vampires gameplay pack, because the Vampires pack came of course also with darker gothic building structures or objects that you can use. And if you can't afford that, you can also do really cool creepy builds with the Romantic Garden stuff pack, which I really like, and this is why I highly recommend you, not highly recommend, but I kind of would recommend you to buy this if you're into these kinds of builds, of course. Also, I will put some review links for this pack if you're still not like sure if you want to get the pack for yourself in the video description down below. And I think they are pretty honest and maybe talk a little bit about each and everything that may interest you in this pack, or that may be a point why you won't get the pack. The fountain on the right side is the other gameplay advancing object, I would say. Your Sims can put in soap in there and even play in there. So you can step into the fountain and play in there and splash with water. And yeah, put soap in there, so there's like a huge foam dome on it and everything. It looks really cool. It's like a nice little extra, but yeah, it's okay, I guess. And also your Sims can sit on this kind of fountain, so this is also nice. And if you have like a huge park or a very huge plaza, you put this fountain in the middle, they can sit on the edge of this fountain and use it like as a little tiny bank or something like that, which I also really like. Overall, I would say it's for a builder, it's a really nice stuff pack. I really like the advanced classical look. If you're more into modern style and you're not very interested in fairy tale, very whimsical builds, then this is not the stuff pack for you, in my opinion. But hey, just, you know, look at my builds, look at all the reviews, and then you can build your own opinion out of that, I guess. So yeah, this is my little romantic temple build. I really hope that you like it, guys. It's something very whimsical. I think it looks really cool. Not kind of my style on the white version, but the dark version is definitely more up to my speed personally. But you can download this The download link is, of course, as always, in the video description down below, guys. And yeah, please feel free to write me in the comments what kind of build I have to build next for you guys. And yeah, that's it. I hope you liked this video. Please enjoy the video shots at the end, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!